Dr. Ilya Skolnikoff here. I wanted to share with you just a quick little story about this time that I went to a spiritual workshop that took place in San Diego. This was, man, how long ago was this? I think this was a good 13 or 14 years ago. So I went down there. I can't even remember what it was called. Something like, I don't know, some fancy name like Date with Destiny or, Welcome to the New World or whatever it is. So anyway, I go down to San Diego for this event and everybody's really excited. A lot of good, friendly, quality people. And when the event starts, I'm still friends with many of these people on Facebook who are at the event. Steven is the first name of one of them. Shay is the first name of another one. So they start the event. I'm in a big room with all these different people of different shapes and sizes, different walks of life, many of whom are holistic like myself. And the main subject matter of the event is how to develop a greater relationship with yourself and really bring into your life what you're wanting. So, how to manifest what you want. It's too bad I can't remember the name of the company, huh? Well, anyway. So, getting started with the event, and they start reading out of these spiritual books, all these different texts. And at one point they're talking about how there's a bird who's like chirping, and there's this lady who's witnessing the bird thinking, oh, what a cute bird. And then the lady looks into the eyes of the bird and the lady sees herself in the eyes of the bird. And I thought, wow, that's pretty interesting. That's really kind of deep. And then what's happening throughout the event is that there's a couple of interesting things that are happening. I'll go over two things. One of them is they're dramatically changing each of our diets. So before I came to the event, I said, I'm not a vegetarian. I don't want to eat just vegetables because, I'm a meat eater. So let's make sure that I have a little bit of protein. So they have it set up in such a way that you're eating almost nothing like each day, just enough so that you are starving yourself, but it seems like you're eating something. So a lot of the foods they were giving people were like soy and a few vegetables and a few other things. And it's like you're eating like nothing every day, right? Your total number of calories is like 375 or something like that. I'm used to eating 2,500 calories a day. So I'm at like whatever, right? It's about a fifth or less of what I'm used to eating. So after a few days, I am starving to death and I can't think straight and I'm not feeling good. So they want to get you away from the earth and bring your energy up, so supposedly towards God or towards the spirit world. And believe me, it's going up there. And so they keep going over this, like, who are you? And who is someone else? Those are like the questions that they're asking for a whole week at this workshop. Who are you? And how would you describe yourself to another person? And it took a long time for me to figure out who I was and how to describe myself to another, what I am in the eyes of someone else. And so finally, this is kind of an intense subject, but the thing that came up for myself and every single one of the people who figured out who they were is that we're each created in the eyes of the beholder. In other words, we are, all of us, made in the image of God because we are each of ourselves. We are each of us God. So we are in and of ourselves God. Doesn't really sound as profound if you're hearing it from me, but if you're going to a 5 or 7 day workshop and that's all you do, you starve yourself and find out that you're God, it's a little bit intense. So that's what I finally came up with. And I remember seeing like these images in my mind of, looking at like a picture of a baby or seeing an adult and thinking, okay, what's the difference between me and them? And what's the difference between you and someone else is that there is no difference, because each one of us is we are all one. We are all from the same, created from the same godlike substance. It's basically the stardust. This planet was a cooled star before it came off of the sun that we currently have, or some other place. It's all the same stuff, basically. Yeah. All right, that's been it. That's it. That's all I wanted to share with you. So who are you? Well, if you're having trouble in your life and you're not sure if things are going how you want them to, because there's some issues we're having in the world now with COVID and whatnot, then just realize that you can create the life you want through changing your thoughts, feelings, beliefs, attitudes. There was this guy at the event. I remember this really interesting guy, very, very good-looking guy, actually a high-fashion model guy. He would model underwear. Can't remember the guy's name, but he's friends with me on Facebook also, so maybe he'll be hearing this video. And I thought to myself, wow, that's cool. Like, I wouldn't mind modeling underwear and making a ton of money just doing that. But he wasn't that happy, and he had trouble throughout the whole event getting in touch with who he was. He never did get that message at the end that he is actually God, and that each of us there at that workshop are God, and that when we look at other people, we're looking at a manifestation of God. It's a little deep, or it's quite deep. So thanks for watching the adventures of Dr. Ilya, and we will see you at the next adventures. Over and out. Peace.